Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Please welcome to Home Garden and Fashion. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and please do go to my Facebook fan page and give me a like there if you haven't been there already. In today's video, I would like to share my idea of how putting a trim in a sari. So as you see, this is a yellow sari. This is a chiffon sari. You can buy chiffon fabric like this from your local craft store. So I do not work with any craft stores, so I cannot tell you any names. And this is a trim. I'm putting this trim. So where I got this trim is, as you see, it's Christmas time. All the stores sells this kind of trim. This is actually for Christmas gift wrapping, or you can decorate your home with it. Now this kind of trim usually has a little kind of like a wire at the edge. What I did is I cut both the edges, so I took out the wires, and then this was like this wide, about say 4-inch wide. So after I took out the wires, it's now 3-inch wide, but it still is a nice trim. And one of the best thing about this trim is they are usually between 7 to 10, sometimes even 15 yards. So you get a huge trim for very little money. I usually buy it on 50% off sale. So this trim I actually bought about 10 yards for $1, so which is really like an awesome bargain. Since this is a yellow sari, I was kind of debating between putting a trim of this kind of purple or black, so I just came to the black. And I'm kind of thinking about doing a flower like this. Now this kind of flower, I'm making this with yarn, and so I'm going to share this idea in my next video. Once I draw all the flowers, I'm going to do few flowers and then I'll teach you how to do it. So first I tried to do it with the thread, but with the thread is kind of hard on chiffon fabric. On top of that, it really doesn't look as good as it looks with the decorative yarn. So I'm going to do few flowers, and I have some imagination, and I'm going to do it, and then I'll share the idea with you. But today I will just show you how to put the trim. As you see, I have started it, and so I have done one part at the bottom, and so when you stitch it, you have to do bottom and the top. Many viewers have asked me why I do not use a machine for putting the trim. Actually, I have used the machine for putting few trims, and later I kind of regretted the idea, because after some time I really didn't want that trim on that sari, and I wanted to take it off, and it just won't work. So I have decided to just hand stitch it, and it works better. When you don't want it, you can take it off, or for some reason you see your sari is old but the trim is still good looking, so you can take it off. So there are a lot of advantages. So I have decided not to machine stitch, because once you machine stitch, you cannot take it off. So I'm going to show you with this one. I have a little bit thread left in this one. Let me finish this little bit thread, then I will show you with the big one. So I'll just start with the new needle. So you go from all the way to the edge, and you match it two sides, and when you stitch, make sure top has very tiny stitch and bottom has larger. See here, the larger gap at the bottom, and top is tiny little. Now bottom also you can give very little gap, and that way you can do it, but I'm just giving larger gap at the bottom. So when you give a small gap on the top and a small gap at the bottom, then your fabric kind of tend to bunch together like this. But the way I am doing, the fabric is not gonna bunch together, and you have long gaps at the end, which is okay because you know this is bottom, so it's going to be on the floor anyway. Nobody will pick up this to see your stitches, so it's just no problem if you have few big stitches at the bottom or the entire fall. So here you see the stitches are small, you can barely see it. So this is how you can stitch a trim on your sari. So you make a tiny little one on the top, and as you go inside you make larger stitches. So a tiny little on the top and larger stitches at the bottom. Now I'm going to do this one the entire length of the sari and some of it at the side. You know, I'm going to do as long as it finishes. I think it has 10 yards, so that's the best part about buying these Christmas ribbons. All you need to do like this, you see the cut in the side, all you need to do is cut out the metal wire. It comes with a metal wire because it's for wrapping the gifts and it's for making bows, flower bows, and hanging it everywhere for decoration. I don't know if you're going to find this kind of ribbon in India. So I'm in US, so I don't know if this kind of ribbons available in India. So here like this, you do little bit on top and bottom wide. So as you see here, I'm trying to do little bit on top and bottom very wide. So you continue like this to the entire length of the sari. Oh, I guess this is not so big as I thought because it is not finishing the entire length. So I might get another one and then I will do half of this and then half of this. So let me finish this one and then show you the other side.